Come on, bro.
You know a little bit of bitch. Ooh, I got double team. That's one thing I hate. You get double team a lot. Big as these maps are.
Not this time, bro.
Facing the kill, that shit was basic as fuck. Trash ass
Counter.
nigga. He's already back in the back, guys. He ain't no more. That nigga's good and dead. I mean, these dudes are not even playing the objective.
I did a lot of grinding with this game, and I did a lot of testing to get my settings dialed in. So today, I'm gonna give you a run through of some of my settings with graphics, video, and controller. Hopefully you can apply this to your gameplay when the game do release, and it'll help you guys out. Let's go. Some of these things are, you know, consistent and applies to me, but you can use it for whatever you need to on yours. You can use this as a starting point. Looking at the gameplay and UI, my field of view is 120. ADS field of view is consistent. My ADS behavior is hold. ADS sensitivity transition is instant because you want everything instant. You don't want a delay or anything like that. You want it instant. Melee during ADS is no. Aiming interrupts reload, yes. Crouch behavior is toggle. Sprint behavior is tap. Auto sprint is yes. Now I have played with the auto sprint on and off. I prefer it to be on, but I have noticed when it's on, ADS is kind of delayed a little bit because the sprint to fire, so it's a little bit, so you might have a little bit more flexibility. If you turn it off, you might be able to snap on people a little better, but I prefer mine to be on. Sprint interrupt reload is no. Slide behavior is tap. You definitely want that tap. Auto reload weapon is yes. Auto switch weapon is yes. Auto grab ledge is no. The reason why you want this on no, it's all preferred to you, but the reason why you want this on no, when you get into a gunfight, you do not want to be mantling somebody when you in a gunfight. That's my problem all the time. So now you have the option of turning this off. Walk behavior is no. And all the other stuff is like a personal preference, what you want on your screen, the display, FPS, the units, the ping, and all that other stuff. Controller, mine is hurdle or flip. The reason why I use hurdle or flip because it's familiar to stick and move. Actually, it is stick and move. So I use that stick and move, but I flip it. Stick layout is default. Aim assist is standard. You have standard and you have disabled. Disabled just turns it off. You have nothing else. Aim assist strength adjustment is 0 and 0. You can't move these up. You can only go down on it. And believe me, you don't want to go down. If you start going down on it, you see it go negative. You're taking away from your aim assist, and you definitely don't want that. Aim response curve is reverse S curve. ADS sensitivity multiplier both is 0.9. Invert horizontal axis, invert vertical. Self-explanatory. You don't want it inverted. No. My sensitivity is on 38. Now here's the thing about the sensitivity in this game. It's very, very different. You don't have like a 3 or 4 or 5. It starts off like 25 or something, maybe somewhere like that. The higher you go, you can see that your sensitivity changes a little bit. So I would start off from like 30 and maybe go up to 31, 32. I wouldn't go too high. I wouldn't go up to like 45 or 50. If you want to, that's up to you. But me personally, my range is like 30 and 40. That's my sweet spot. Acceleration speed multiplier is 1. My dead zone left and right stick is 7. Now if you have a new controller, maybe yours is 0 or whatever, but that's a personal preference. Controller vibration, you definitely want this off. Now here's where all the good stuff come in at right here, and I'm gonna give you the secret sauce way later. The last thing is the secret sauce. Full screen, of course. Resolution is 2560. I have a 1440 monitor. My frame rate or refresh rate is 165, so I use that and leave that right there. Your monitor is a 1 and 2 because I have 2. If you have other monitors, it'll switch to 3, 4, whatever like that, but use your personal gaming monitor. Mine is 1. Enable reduced latency, yes. NVIDIA reflects low latency. You either can turn this off, you can have it enable or enable boost. If you have a medium to high tier computer or PC, I would go enable. If you have something that's lower, enable plus boost. Brightness and contrast, mine is 10 and 15. You also want enable DX12 renderer to be on. You don't want this off. Keep that on. Graphics quality is custom. VSync mode off. Frame rate limit is on. Custom frame rate limit, I have mine to 170 because I don't want to, I can get more frames, but since my monitor is like a 165 refresh rate, I want to keep it somewhere right there, so I have mine to 170. All these, you can look at these settings and you can copy all these settings. Most of them are low. Particle detail. Well, let's go back to sharpening. Sharpening is 10. Resolution scale is at 100. Now looking at all these, shadow quality, most of these are low. Shadow quality is low. Spot shadows is low. Spot shadow resolution is low. Contact shadows is off. Resolution scale, of course, is 100%. Sharpening is at 10. Particle detail is medium. Volumetric fog, reflection quality, local reflection quality, all those are low. Vegetation quality is medium. Subsurface scattering is on. Parallax mapping, I don't know what half of this stuff is yes. Ambient occlusion is low. Object detail is at 100. I don't know why I keep going to 99, but it's supposed to be 100. Extra streaming distance 10. Lens flare off. Water quality low. You can see I got most of this stuff off and low, and don't worry about that. If you get in the game and you start playing the game, the graphics in the game is still amazing. I got most of this stuff turned off or low so I can get more frames. I want the frames. Frames win games, and it makes you sweat a lot more. Make sure you save all your settings. Make sure you have everything saved. Last and not least, make sure you go to language and accessibility. Make sure you scroll all the way down to colorblind and pick the next one. I don't know how to pronounce that. Detropinopia. That might be it. You might not want to use the default setting because you can see a lot of things that are red and it might be a little bit overwhelming, but I use the second one and it's better for me to see people. That yellow gives it a little different look than the red, and that's my settings, man. Hopefully I'll see y'all in the new game when it comes out. I can bust y'all head wide open. It's your boy Beast. Gone.